Brought to you tonight, of course, by our dearest of friends over at Security Dodge. Go see Michelle Scalisian.
Come get some.
Yeah.
I'd like to start off tonight's big Friday ENN by saying good evening to my good friend Michael and myself. Michael, should I hold on to this Isaiah Drake rookie card?
Isaiah Drake.
Guess not. And to Don.
What kind of freak show is this?
And to Don.
I love you.
Excuse me?
What was
Exactly.
that? I heard music. Hey,
I
it's
know.
what was that, Don?
Somebody had tweeted out a picture of Baywatch with our faces over the characters.
Yeah.
So I popped on it, not realizing my volume was up, and there was music behind it. I thought it was just a picture.
Don, the only reason I called attention to it is because it's always me that does that. So I was
Right.
excited it was someone else. I'd like to say good evening to myself. I didn't listen to anything you just said. Very telling drop. I'd like to say good evening to Richard from Manhattan.
And I'm not being a schmuck.
That's
And
gonna
I'd
have
like
a
to
lot of legs.
And I'd like to say good evening to Joe Fortenbaugh.
Stick it up, you know what.
Wow.
Strong.
I don't.
That is
it's
it, Bob.
Not smart to go after Bob like that.
Wow.
But now, but listen, once Bob heard the explanation, I would think he'd be cool with it.
Yeah, I think he would be cool with the explanation until it was an attack on my guy.
Well, it also sounds to me,
This
maybe
guy
I'm
was
wrong,
incarcerated at some point.
but this was not the first time that maybe Bob has gotten to Joe or criticized Joe.
Here we go.
I don't think that was an isolated incident. Do you,
Well,
Peter?
Probably not. And we know Bob. Bob likes to talk his trash. But you know what I say about Bob? He's a big boy.
Oh, he can handle his business.
It
And so
was
can
a
Joe.
It was a bad joke, and no one took it. That's all right.
Stick it up, you know what.
That was even worse than they called it the. That was even worse than Michael's Oscar Gamble. No one even got it.
Well,
You still didn't get it, did
I
you?
still don't get it, no.
I
What
said
was-
Bob. He's a big boy.
Oh, Bob's Big Boy?
There you go.
It's not a...
It's a restaurant. It was a
I
long
only
time
know
ago.
it. Honestly,
Yeah.
I really only know it from the Austin Powers movies.
You never had a meal at a Bob's Big Boy?
No, it's not a New York thing, right, Michael?
It's not a New York thing, no.
Yeah, so,
Really? Oh,
yeah.
it's unfortunate.
So you got to. So it's on you.
I've had a Bob's Big Boy meal, though.
How's that?
It's a delight.
How'd you have it?
I was in another town.
Yeah, he's a
Again,
traveler.
by the way, I want to be clear. Don, was it a delight? Because Michael refers to himself as a delight. So I question what a delight is. What was delightful was the Juan Soto walk-off double last night.
It wasn't a double.
It was?
It was a single.
Whatever. It was up the middle.
It would have been a delight if it was a double. It was a single.
It would have been a double. Would have been a double delight.
But how does up the middle describe a double?
He's out of his mind, Don.
No, I'm adding another descriptor that is accurate, but the double part was wrong. Here's Soto on the game winner.
I was trying to see it in one spot on the plate. Definitely try to drive the ball to the middle. Whenever I go to two strikes, change my approach to try to pull the ball a little bit, try to make sure like I gets over, but definitely find the hole.
See, I'll tell you what we do, Don. We cover all bases here. I watched the entire Yankee game. Peter was locked in on the football game. So that's why I covered him with the ridiculous double line. I knew it was a single.
Ridiculous double line. I don't know why I said it. It came out wrong. What are you going to do?
And it's funny because
It was definitively a single. Sure.
It shows why this show works. Is because I was on both.
Yeah. In other words, what he just said there, Michael, is he doesn't need either of us. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
you know
exactly
what?
what he said.
And let's hear from Aaron Boone on the big win.
You guys are playing really well. Haven't had a lot of offense necessarily in the last few nights, but doing enough. Thought we had some good at-bats tonight, had some chances. They held. They pitched a really good game as well. And I thought our guys, from Nestor on through the bullpen, all through the ball really well. I thought we made some good plays in the field, and obviously a big at-bat there from Juan.
Guys, without any further ado, it's Friday. It's Friday. It's 4:36.
Sure is.
And you know what that means?
No.
Yep.
Oh, it's time for your Friday NFL announcer lineup. Oh, I can't wait. till this Sunday, September 15th. We start at 1 p.m. and we go to Baltimore. And maybe you'll be tuned in on CBS, or Michael, if it's your preference, you can watch on Paramount Plus. The Raiders versus the Ravens. Andrew Catalan on the call. Andrew Catalan, he'll be joined by Tiki Barber.
You know what's funny? We were on a quest to find Quest.
And A.J. Ross. We head to North Kakalaki. The Chargers and the Panthers. 1 o'clock, CBS and Paramount. And guys, you know as well as I do, when you get the Chargers and the Panthers together, you know what you do?
Throw away the records.
Yeah.
Change the channel.
Well, Don, if you do, you'll be changing from CBS or Paramount Plus. It's Tom McCarthy on the call. He's joined by Jay Feely and the lovely and luxurious Amanda Bailonis. We head to Dallas. Oh, that's right. A short trip from the Big Easy to Big D, the Saints and the Cowboys. Both teams feeling good after putting up big numbers last Sunday. Fox, 1 p.m. Kevin Burkhardt on the call.
Keith, these are definitely not pumpkins.
He'll be joined by Thomas Bartholomew Brady.
Roger that. So if the Cowboys are playing, they're getting the A-team every week.
Don, isn't it basically that?
It's kind of like Kevin and Tom are now the Cowboy announcers.
And when you have the A-team, you have Aaron Andrews.
All right, old man, I can joke with you about that.
And also, my now friend, Tom Rinaldi. We head to Detroit.
Well, for future Fridays, you got to have a clip of Tom.
Yeah, can we work on a Rinaldi? He's got a great voice.
And he's the brother of one of my closest friends. Stop.
Yeah, and also you could pull something sort of out of context.
There was a young girl.
Was that him?
How's that work for you?
Hold on, let me try it again. Hold on, I'm gonna back it up. You have Aaron Andrews.
All right, old man, I can joke with you about that.
Joined on the other sideline by the great and my friend, Tom Rinaldi.
There was a young girl.
I don't know if that's the way.
I don't know if Michael helped the situation.
Let's go to a place that Don affectionately knows as Detroit. The Tampa Bay Bucks coming off their big win over my commies against the Detroit Lions. Fox, 1 p.m. Kevin Kugler on the call. He'll be joined by Daryl Moose Johnston and Laura Oakman. We got to get something for this group one day. It's tough. We got to find a Moose clip. Let's go to Green Bay.
That's right. A Moose clip? It's tough.
This is a battle between my friends, Indy and Ballard, who don't know each other, but both mean a lot to me. The Indianapolis Colts and the Green Bay Packers attempting to do it with no Joe Lowe. That's right, Jordan Love on the sidelines. Fox, 1 p.m. Joe Davis on the call. All right, he'll be joined by Greg Olson.
Did I do a good job shaving? Perfect. Thanks. I didn't brush my hair. She told me it didn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Thanks.
And Pam Oliver.
Hey, now.
Let's go to Jacksonville. Another one of those games you just chuck out the record books when the Browns and the Jaguars get together. Deshaun Watson, a lot going on off the field, not a whole lot going on the field in week one. He'll attempt to bounce back. 1 p.m., CBS and Paramount Plus. Chris Lewis on the call, joined by Jason McCourty and Amanda Guerra. No Guerra? Okay, let's go to Minnesota. 1 p.m., the Niners, the Vikings. CBS and Paramount Plus. Kevin Harlan on the call.
And it will not be a good night.
He'll be joined by Trent Green and Melanie Collins. We continue on the 1 p.m.s, guys. This is one you throw out the record books when the Seahawks go to New England. It's 1 p.m. It's Fox. Don, any ideas?
That would be my guy, Kenny Albert.
That's right. Kenny Albert on the call.
Hurricanes game 5 in Raleigh.
He'll be joined by Jonathan Vilma and Megan O'Leary.
Did you hear what we were talking about yesterday, Peter?
What's that?
I don't know if this is made the air, but Kenny sleeps with his eyes open.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Don?
I don't know if that was for the air, but yeah.
Didn't he write that in his book?
I don't No, I don't think he did.
Well, he'll write it in the next one now. Let's go.
Maybe he did.
Let's stay at 1 p.m.
Wow, I'm the one who gets accused of that.
Let's stay
Sorry,
at 1.
Kenny.
Let's stay at 1 p.m. and let's head down Broadway and take a trip down to Cashville. That's right, Tennessee. The Jets and the Titans. CBS, 1 p.m. Iron Eagle.
What if I called you a wanker?
He'll be joined by Charles Davis and Evan Washburn.
The lobby is bustling. There is an energy here.
Best hair in football.
The Jets are 0-6 against the spread in their last 6 games as a favorite, and 3-6 against the spread as favorites under Robert Saleh. Of course, they're favorites this Sunday. Robert Saleh, as moronic callers like to say. Last I checked, guys, 4.5-point favorites still the Jets?
That's what we have.
The Titans, since 2020, are 6-2 outright and against the spread as home dogs of at least 3 points. That's a hell of a stat. Let's stay at 1 p.m. Let's jump on the overpriced Acela Express and let's go to Washington, D.C. The New York Giants and the Washington Commanders debuting their rookie quarterback at home for the first time, Jaden Daniels. It's 1 p.m. on Fox, and it's a Chris Myers vehicle.
Hi, I'm Chris Myers.
He'll be joined by the stink, Mark Schlereth.
Lick my fingers and touch it.
And Jen Hale. And Michael, yes, we learned last week there is no more pink and stink. They've been broken up.
Oh, no.
You hate to see it. Maybe someone caught wind of this show. We don't know. The Giants have won their last 3 games against the Commanders. They're 8-2-1 in the last 11 against their division rival going back to 2018. You hear that, Kayvon? Division rival. The Commanders, 7-game home losing streak, the longest active home losing streak in the league, the 4th longest home losing streak for the franchise since the merger. Let's go to 405 and let's take the first thing.
If you think about it, they really Schlereth.
I get it. Stink. I get it. Let's take the first thing smoking out to Arizona. A big NFC West clash. The Rams and the Cardinals. 405 on Fox. Adam Amin on the call.
Now stands erect.
He'll be joined by Mark Sanchez. And Christina Pink. There's the other half of the stinking pink.
So it's Amin and Pink.
Yeah, it's not right. Let's go to Denver. It's Pittsburgh and the Broncos. That's right. Russell Wilson going back to his own home. Do you think he'll be wearing his pads even if he's not playing, guys?
It makes him look better, yeah.
That was one of the most Russell Wilson things of all time. Inactive and fully in pads. You don't see it often. Spiro Didi's on the call. Spiro Didi's? He'll be joined by Adam Archuleta.
Oh, no.
And Aditi Kinkwabala. Let's go to 425, shall we? The Big Daddy, the Big Dog, KC. Oh, it's an AFC classic, a modern-day AFC banger. The Cincinnati Bengals against Taylor Swift, Kamala Harris, and the Kansas City Chiefs. CBS and Paramount Plus, you know what that means. Jim Nantz on the call.
Hello, friends.
He'll be joined by Anthony Bartholomew Romo.
First down, everyone. I did it.
And Tracy Wolfson. Joe Burrow has 3 straight losses dating to last season, tied for the longest streak of his career, and has been held without a passing TD in 3 of his last 4 September games. He just starts slow. Patrick Mahomes, on the other side, has an 84.7 total QBR in weeks 1 and 2 in his career, the highest in the NFL since the metric was introduced in 2006. In other words, Burrow, not so fast out of the gate. Mahomes, pretty quick. Sunday Night Football. We go to NBC at 8:20. We go to Houston. You throw out the record books when the Bears and the Houston Texans get together. Mike Tirico on the call.
They still seem to resonate.
Tom, there are 3 teams.
It's unfortunate, Michael, isn't it?
It really is.
He'll be joined by Chris Collinsworth.
Here's a guy.
And Melissa Stark. The Bears, they're 3-14 in road games since the start of 2022, tied for the second worst in the NFL during that time. C.J. Stroud, 6 consecutive starts without an interception. Wow, the longest active streak in the NFL and tied for the longest streak in franchise history. Lastly, guys, Monday Night Foosball on all your ESPN ABC vehicles, unless you have DirecTVs, in which case you're SOL. Joe Buck is on the call.
Hey, I did the World Series. Can't I come on your air? I mean, it'll be awesome. The fans will love it.
Troy Aikman.
Come on, Daddy.
And Lisa Salters. ESPN2 has your Manningcast vehicle. Peyton, Eli, and Bill Belichick there as well. The Eagles have scored 30 points in each of the last 3 primetime games in Philly, one shy of tying the longest streak in home primetime games over the last 5 seasons. The Falcons, on the other side, 15-28 all-time on Monday Night Football, the worst record in the NFL. That will do it for your NFL announcer lineup and ENN on this Friday, brought to you by Security Dodge. Shop 24/7 at securitydodge.com during their Ram Power days.
All right, we'll come back. We'll take some phone calls. We have a big football 5 o'clock hour as well, so please stay tuned. TD, Tutty, take it to the house, whatever you call it.